Hi guys, this is Jason.com and I'm here with the unboxing of the Leagoo Lead 1, a phone that comes from Malaysia as far as we know. We've already tested phones from China, from India, from France, from the US and the UK, and today it's the turn of a Malaysian handset. So let's unbox it. We got a green box right here, and inside it is a dual SIM phablet with pretty solid specs and a good price. This model debuted in September 2014. And we can get it off eBay for a price of $130, which is quite affordable for a phablet. Pretty big speaker at the back, pretty slim and pretty light so far. Let's see what's inside the box. So once again, $130 for a phablet, not a bad deal for this handset called Leagoo Lead 1. In this little envelope here, we got the usual manuals and such documents, and then comes the charger that you can see right here. This is the battery of the phone, also green like the box, and the capacity of 2200 mAh. Next up, let's see what these other little boxes include. First of all, we got the headphones that are looking pretty premium to me. They have a pretty big remote here with a single button, and they're looking pretty comfy at first sight. And then comes the USB cable that will connect to the charger into the PC. The design is very familiar to the USB cable that came with the OnePlus One handset, if you remember it, especially this part here, the full USB part. Okay, so that's everything that's inside the box. This is the phablet again. It's called the Leagoo Lead 1. You may find it on eBay. Let's remove the back cover, pretty easily done, and place in the battery. At first sight, a 2200 mAh battery for a phablet, not a very big capacity in my book. As far as I can see, the camera is squared, has a flash here, and the on-off button is here on the side. So let's power it up, start the setup. From what we know so far, this handset comes with a 5mm metal frame, and its thickness is 6.9mm, so it's a pretty slim phone. It weighs 160 grams and comes in black, white, red or blue. At the inside we can find a quad-core processor, a MediaTek, clocked at 1.3 GHz. The screen up front is an IPS LCD OGS display with a 5.5-inch diagonal and a 720p resolution. This is the initial setup that tells us about the specs of the device. Okay, pretty short setup, and apparently there's no setup process at all. We're straight into the UI. You should also know that this model arrives with 8 GB of storage, 1 GB of RAM, and also a microSD card slot that can host up to an extra 64 GB of storage. Now let's turn up the brightness a bit. A lot of options here. I see that we'll also get power saving. It's always good news. Pretty bright screen at first sight, and other stuff worth mentioning is the fact that at the back we have a 13-megapixel camera with Sony technology, and at the front a 5-megapixel selfie shooter also with Sony technology. This one is a dual SIM, dual standby handset with a battery capacity of 2200 mAh. So let's see what Android we're dealing with here. This is Android 442 KitKat, and the handset seems pretty snappy. I see there are a lot of apps included here, and the UI has been customized. You can play with a bunch of themes that are looking quite fancy and colorful. You can download more. We got GPS, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi on this model, a comfy design, a pretty nice grip at the back here, and I'm very curious about the camera interface and see how that is customized. It started off pretty fast, and apparently we just accessed the gallery somehow. This is the normal capture mode. Some of the settings here is the usual stock interface, nothing has changed. We got HDR, we can take 13 megapixel shots, we can film up to full HD I guess, but we'll find out more over the next days as we test the phone. The name is pretty unusual. It's called Leagoo Lead 1, $135, quite affordable for a phablet that seems to have a bright screen, a colorful custom UI, some gestures and some nice widgets. This one actually reminds me of a widget I saw on an Oppo device, and this one reminds me from another review from back in the day, also on an Oppo device and Huawei devices, so custom interface looking interesting. We can also apply a custom icon pack, keep the screen pressed and edit it with a bunch of widgets, and that's pretty much it. So GSM.com gives you the Leagoo Lead 1 unboxing We'll be back with a full review in a few days. Enjoy the unboxing. Bye bye.